on YouTube. Write that down. Everybody write it down real quick, LifeWave Health, because LifeWave Health is a great resource for you that is like a corporate resource. Okay, does everybody got it down? LifeWave Health. Say it with me, LifeWave Health. And that's a great YouTube channel. Of course, there's Get Up World, which is our YouTube channel. We've got lots of great content on there. And then, of course, we've got This Is It Team. So those are the 3 YouTube channels that you're going to be utilizing to share, to watch videos, and to share those videos, right? So we love This Is It Team on YouTube. We love Get Up World on YouTube. And, of course, LifeWave Health. So let me get you on over here to show you this wonderful video. And again, I've got some special guests tonight from the beach house. We're so excited. So this is a beautiful video done by David Schmidt. Those of you who have been waiting for X20, you don't have to wait much longer. The water machine will be launched shortly. So those of you who have been thirsty are about to be able to drink the most incredible light-infused water on the planet. So get ready for that. So watch this short video and use it as a moment or two to go recruit 2 or 3 more new guests on here, because it's so wonderful to be part of the biggest light technology innovation on the planet. Here we go, guys.
You may have heard it said that people say necessity is the mother of invention. But actually, what I found is that divine inspiration is the actual key that unlocks the impossible. I didn't know those things when I was a young 8-year-old telling my dad I wanted to be an inventor. I just knew I wanted to create things and maybe even change the world in the process. As I grew up, my thirst and hunger to invent only became stronger. And I looked for a way to channel my energies into something that could benefit people. Then, one day, when driving home from work, I received what I would call a divine insight. What if we used light in an entirely new way to communicate with the human body? That's when the LifeWave patch technology was born, and the rest, as they say, is history. Sometimes I find it really hard to believe that this year I was issued my 200th patent, an accomplishment that makes me feel just so incredibly blessed. It's a testament that through the power of prayer, recognizing God as Lord and Creator, the power of persistence, and yeah, a lot of hard work. But as I get to do what I love to do every day, I fully acknowledge that it is through the great teamwork of our incredible global corporate staff and, of course, our amazing field leaders and brand partners. Without them, LifeWave wouldn't be what it is today. And I find it so incredible that with all of this, we're just getting started. After over 6 years of research, you can now deliver light-infused water to your body at the touch of a button, allowing you to achieve health benefits that have never been before possible with our X2O system. And not to mention that this also opens up an entirely new market for LifeWave. I have also worked with our research team to create an entirely new way of producing clean and abundant energy that will power your home, your electric car, and even generate enough power that you can sell the excess electricity back to the grid. When we release this new technology, it will provide you with a new financial opportunity while also helping to clean up the planet in the process. Something else I'm really proud of is that we're also launching our new drone technology as we speak. What I love about our community is that we are a group of people wanting to be part of the solution and helping those in need. These drones will allow us to do just this. When disaster strikes, we can bring hope to others. And we can do this in the form of relief aid and patches and expose our brand to a broader audience through resulting press coverage. Our principal mission, though, hasn't changed. I'm determined to find solutions for stopping and reversing human aging. And it's incredibly rewarding to see just how much progress we've made in this endeavor. I can tell you that LifeWave is truly a world leader on this subject. Patents on these and other inventions will ensure that LifeWave will only be growing bigger, stronger, and more influential for decades to come. And that's through this proprietary technology that is ours alone. So the great news, we all share a common vision: to help others by empowering people to take control of their well-being, their livelihood, and their longevity. As we continue to innovate and serve the needs of our customers, together we will be unstoppable. So let's share the light and let's be the light.
Video. I mean, if you have not sent that out to at least five people, let me make sure I've got it off. If you've not sent that out to at least five people, you guys, you have got to do so ASAP, because we know that word travels fast, especially with those beautiful short videos. So again, do you guys all know where to find it? On YouTube at LifeWave Health, right? Write that down, put it in the chat so you guys remember. Would you write it down, get a pen to paper, preferably a blue pen, write down LifeWave Health on YouTube, and that's where you're going to find that beautiful video that I just played for all of you. It's 4 minutes long, but it is the best 4 minutes to give people the vision and the potential and power of what LifeWave has to offer them and their families. Yeah, we are with the #1 innovative technology on the planet. It is very exciting to be here, isn't it, guys? I'm thankful all of you guys hopped on tonight. I am going to share with you, if you have not seen this quick little thing that LifeWave Corp would put out just about, I'd say a few weeks ago, they put this out. And I want to just let you guys read it for yourselves, because I think it's so powerful for all of you that are brand new here tonight. Here it is. If you have ever felt stuck in your health, or stuck in your finances, or stuck in your business, how many of you love this? You're not stuck. You're just committed to patterns you've been practicing for years. How many can relate to this? Different choices create different patterns. How many guys realize this? And different patterns create different results in your life. So it's time to break the pattern. If you don't like the result that you're getting, let's change the pattern, right? Because change is available anytime you choose to break through. So I hope you guys love that as much as I do, because I really feel like all of us have things in our life where we're like, gosh, I just wish I could get healthier, or make more money, or make a bigger difference, or, get my family on board. Listen, you might be committed to some old stinking thinking ways of living life, and it might be time for a new pattern. And if you're here tonight, you've never heard of phototherapy, you are about to be blessed, my friends. I'm going to top this off real quick before we get started here. I have one of my amazing sons with me, and this is kind of the Brannan presentation tonight, because I've got some new slides that I want to show all of you that you haven't seen yet. That's so awesome. So the first testimony we're going to have is my handsome son, Truett. Give it up for Truett, everybody. This good looking guy. He's so awesome. He's 19. He's loving working this business. In fact, he just got off a Zoom with about
15 young guys.
15 young guys. Wow, they are so excited. They met on the Bo and Truett and Rocco met him on the beach down here in Florida. They're from Texas. Yeah. They are so excited to share the technology. So they had 15 young guys on this Zoom, ready to go. It was their launch. Remember, we talked about the 20-minute launches that all of you should be doing. So that was their 20-minute launch, and he had 15 people on it, and he's 18. So there you have it, my friends. That's how easy it is.
And he only had a few days to get those people on there.
That's right. You only had about 4 days. Okay, so tell me your testimony with LifeWave.
Yeah, so normally my biggest testimony is my ACL injury, but I also want to start with some other stuff. I go to the gym every single day. Honestly, like I usually do chest once a week. So like every week when I hit that muscle group, I always increase the weight. I'm always increasing the weight. And I definitely think the patch has helped me increase weight. I'm doing progressive overloading. So the patch is helping me recover, whether that's with sleeping or just like coming home and my muscles aren't hurting as bad after the gym. But for my ACL, going into my junior season, I was going up for a dunk and I tore 4 ligaments in my knee. And the next day I went in to get an MRI done, and the doctor said, how are you not in excruciating pain? And I said, it's this little sticker right here. It's this patch. And he's like, what's that? And I told him it was a stem cell patch, and he thought it was amazing. And then I scheduled surgery
For
3 months. 3 months later, and I was wearing the patch every single day. Still wasn't taking any drugs, any pain medications. I was just wearing the patch every day consistently.
Patches.
I was wearing a couple different patches, yep, every single day, and consistently still drinking water, electrolytes, all that good stuff. And then 3 months later, when I went in for surgery,
Wait,
actually the day before surgery, 3 months later, I was actually able to dunk a basketball again. I was still going to practice, still trying to help out the team and contribute in that way, running the shot clock and stuff. But I actually just grabbed the basketball and I was shooting around. And I jumped up and dunked it. I was like, holy smokes, this patch is doing something to my knee here. So then the next day after that practice, I went in for surgery. And when I got to surgery, I was initially supposed to have surgery on 4 ligaments, and I ended up having on 2 of the 4 instead of the 4. The doctors were like, what is going on here? And I was just like, I'm wearing this patch every day. I actually dunked a basketball yesterday, and they couldn't believe it. So we were honestly thinking about not getting surgery, waiting another 3 more months, would have been 6 months, and possibly not even having to have surgery at all. But I ended up having surgery on those 2 ligaments, but the patch helped me with those 2. Should I give a business testimony too?
Yeah, don't make any income claims.
I won't give any income claims, but I was on this Zoom call today with my brother and these guys that were enrolling here, and they asked me what's like one of my favorite parts about this business. I could drive down the street. I was going to grab a Starbucks, and I can join a Zoom call, and I can help people, and I can make money. You don't need to be in an office and having your boss say like, where are you at? Like, you have to be here at this exact time. And you have to stay until this exact time. I was driving down the road getting a Starbucks on a Zoom call for 45 minutes, and I don't need to take any time like going to an office. I'm literally just doing my regular stuff throughout the day while I work. So it's very adaptable to people's lifestyles. It's not just, oh, you're stuck in here and you have to do it this way. You can do it how your life is. Like, you can go to drop your kids off at practice. You can go to the grocery store. You can meet people at the grocery store. You can go to the gym, wear the patch at the gym. Someone asks what it is, and you tell them what it is.
Truett said to the guys today, he said, put it in the middle of your head and walk into the gym. Someone's going to ask.
If you really are having trouble getting people, and people don't really, they don't want to join, walk into Walmart or wherever you go to grocery shop and put it on the middle of your forehead. I'm sure someone will probably say something.
If nothing else, you'll get them smiling and you'll just feel good about it. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Come on. It's so good.
Also, I want to say this isn't like a hard business. It's more of you have to follow the structure that the leaders give you. So like my parents and everybody else higher up in the company, especially these guys right here, you got to follow what they're doing. If you're trying to do it a different way, it's not going to work. Like, it would be like trying to ride a bike and you start pedaling backwards and you want to do it your own way. You're not going to fall over. You got to follow the instructions on how to do it. So you got to follow what these guys do.
Yeah.
And you're going
And Truett earned the free trip to
Hawaii. Yeah.
He won Bahamas.
Won
We got
Bahamas.
back from that. And now he earned Hawaii. And so we're excited that he earned Hawaii because then
Bringing Rocco. They don't got to pay for Rocco
we
anymore.
don't have to pay for Rocco because he's bringing Rocco along.
Now it's hoping out. Once Rocco turns 18, I'm sure he'll probably win it pretty quick too, because
We just love to share. We love to share. Anything else, Truett?
Yeah, I mean, LifeWave's amazing business. You get to help people while you make money. You get to meet new friends.
Well, how do you make more money?
So this is the thing. If you help 2 people, it's not going to be as big. If you help 1,000 people, how much money do you think you're going to make? The more money you make, or the more people you help, the more money you make. It's like the input to get the output type of deal. If you focus on the input, you're going to get the output. If you focus just on output, it's not going to happen because you're just focusing on the money. I need the money. Focus on helping people, and then the end result will come. So,
all right, Truett, give it up for that one. Boy, thank you. I love it. I love it. So that's one of the Brannan brothers. You guys like that guy? Isn't he handsome? These guys are so good. We love the Brannan boys. So, hey, I just want to reiterate this because he was talking about athletes and my boys are athletes. Our boys are athletes, as you know. And so I do want to show you why light therapy is so amazing for athletes. If you have never utilized light therapy, there's a lot of people getting involved with light therapy. It is cutting edge, you guys, for athletes. In fact, they've been using infrared light in chiropractic office, PT offices, and veterinarians even for decades. And so, but why is light therapy so great for athletes? Because number one, it boosts cellular energy, more ATP. Like he says, every time he's going to the gym, he's lifting more weight, right, guys? Faster recovery between workouts. That is true for me. And I'm not Truett's age. I feel like I don't even get sore anymore like I used to do. Enhances muscle performance, better, stronger, fitter, faster. Who doesn't want that? Speeds up injury healing. And again, we can't make medical claims, but he only had to have 2 of those 4 ligaments replaced. We're not saying it's only the patches because he was eating good, right? Electrolytes. He was doing a lot of great things, but we know that the patch contributed to that. And then, of course, reduces pain naturally, which is why the doctors were shocked that he wasn't taking handfuls of ibuprofen with 4 torn ligaments. They're like, how are you not in excruciating pain? He's like, this patch. And so, and then of course, 6 improves brain and focus. Every athlete wants better focus, better brain health, sharper, right? And then sleep. Sleep is where our body restores and heals. So I love this. If you are ready to recover faster, perform stronger, last longer, I'm telling you, we need to be talking to the athletes about this, right, guys? Who's with me? I'm talking to the athletes. You should be making lists of your athlete friends right now. All right, let's see who the next athlete is on here. Is Bo on here yet? I didn't see him come into the Zoom room, but the bunch of you came in all
I'm
at
on
once.
you. I'm on you.
Hey, keep talking, Bo. Hang on a second. I want to find you. All these handsome boys. Bo, let me see you, Bo Brannan. Let me get him. What are you under, Bo?
Is my name not on here? Maybe my name's not on here.
Hang on a second. Where are you at? Let's see. Is your face on there? Keep
Maybe
talking.
not.
Keep talking. Turn your camera on, please.
My camera's on. Can you hear me?
It's
Oh,
just
is
under
this you right here?
iPhone, Renita. It says iPhone.
Oh, it
And his
is?
picture's on.
Okay.
His video's on. Yep.
Oh, it is. Okay. I'm sorry. I can't even see it. Let me see.
Alphabetical
can you see
order. iPhone.
There you go.
iPhone. Come on, Renita. You can do it. Can you see him, Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Bo, how are you? I just couldn't see
Hey,
on
how's
my
it
end. That was
going?
my problem. Good.
Good to see
Hey,
you.
so I was telling everybody that you just got off this Zoom meeting with these great guys that you met on the beach. Oh my gosh, Aiden is just on fire, right? So excited, so thankful to have met you guys on the beach.
Yeah.
Scheduled this launch party just less than a week ago, had 15 guys on it. They are all fired up. I mean, what do you want to say about this business, Bo?
I mean, honestly, we just love attracting young entrepreneurs who are hungry to grow their home-based business, looking to partner with this amazing life-changing stem cell technology. I've been with the company for 3 years now. I got started when you guys did. And it's been absolutely life-changing for myself. I had a breakout senior year on the track in college wearing the patch. Since then, I've put on about 20 pounds of lean muscle while keeping my body fat under 10%. Obviously, like you say, we have to have a balanced diet, proper hydration, like good sleep, supplements, all that. But the patch really helps activate different peptides in our body and helps, just regenerate our own stem cells. So I'm all about it. I'm all above natural healing. So it's amazing. But yeah, Aiden Ross joined last week. We were on the beach in Santa Rosa Beach. And just, I feel like God puts people in your path at certain times, and it's very important that you kind of step into that and you just serve and help others. So I noticed that Aiden was like hungry to start LifeWave, and we got him rolling, and now 1 week later he's already got 15 people on a call. It's that easy. You just have to put in the input, like True had said. You can't say you're going to do it and then not do it, because there's that disconnect then. So but yeah, Aiden's super fired up. We're happy to have him on the team. And yeah.
Big thing I teach the boys all the time in our business is completion is better than perfection. How many times do you hear me say that in a week? Completion is better than perfection.
That's super
Completion is better
important.
than
Yeah.
perfection.
You don't have to be a
some people,
scientist. You just have to know like where to point to. That's why like 3 years ago, we didn't have any of the system. We like built it all ourselves with the help of Steve and Gina Merritt. It's their system, which is ours now. So this is it info and this is it team. That's what we use. And we just take the tools and we point to that. So it's amazing.
It's amazing. All right, Bo. And I will tell you this, they drug tested him 3 times his last
Yeah.
semester of college track because they thought he was doping. That's how
Yeah,
fast he got.
they do the random drug test, but I was definitely running faster than previous seasons. That's why they were doing that. So it's amazing, you know. And then like on the financial side, obviously we can't make income claims or whatnot, but as a 26-year-old who's made multiple 7 figures now, I can say this is the best financial opportunity that I've ever taken advantage of. And I want to thank my parents too for, you know, coming alongside myself and my brothers and just having it be a family business because that's what we're all about. So love you
Yeah,
guys.
generational legacy business. You know, it was
Generational for
interesting
sure.
today when we were talking about those with the young guys about we were talking about Donald Trump, and I said, love him or hate him. He was on like the David Letterman show, you know, maybe
Yeah.
about what 15 years ago, and David Letterman actually said to Donald Trump, if you had your life to do over again, what would you do differently? And Donald Trump said, I would start a network marketing business. That's what Donald Trump said.
A lot of billionaires would say if they lost all their wealth, that's what they would do is they would go into direct sales. An amazing aspect of this is we're the fastest growing direct sales company in the whole world out of all direct sales. And we're the number one team within the fastest growing company, all direct sales. So it's amazing opportunity. And I'm glad everyone here is on the call today. So
Hey, Bo, thank you. I
yeah,
love you.
thanks,
Drive
Mom. Appreciate it.
safe. Okay,
Appreciate it.
bye. Thank you for getting on. All right, let me remove that pin. These are all my sons. I want to show you guys that you can build a legacy business. And listen, Bo would tell you the first year that he worked the business, it wasn't a multi-million-dollar year for him. He was a senior in track. He was going to practice 4 hours a day. He was, you know, on his final season of our final semester of college before he graduated. And so he had a lot going on. But I'll tell you what, that first year was just a taste of the potential. And when he realized after he got that college degree that he couldn't go to work and earn what he could earn in network marketing, plus he didn't really want to go sit in a cubicle with someone telling him what to do because he had a degree in marketing. He said, you know what, I'm going to step fully into this thing. So be patient with your family. I guarantee they're going to want to do it if they see your persistence. You've got to be consistent. I love how Truett said with the group of guys earlier. He said, you know what, you know, imagine you're part of a football team. If you don't show up for the football team for practice, the coach is not going to put you into play. Why? You don't know what the plays are. You haven't been to practice, right? So part of it is the consistent, persistent effort that each one of us need to put in to be on these Zoom meetings, to recruit for these Zoom meetings. So let's see if Scotty the Hottie is on. Scotty the Hottie, are you on? I heard you talk.
Yeah, I'm on. Renita and Scott is the title.
Add pin. Let me add the pin to you. Okay, ready, babe? Can you see me now? Oh, you look so good. Okay, honey, tell me about your testimony with LifeWave.
You look so good. My goodness gracious. Hey, I was just on a
You're so
walk with
funny.
Nike and just feeling amazing and, going for walks, having a ton of energy all the way throughout the day. Getting up super early in the morning. But 3.5 years ago, Renita, of course, as you know, when we started LifeWave, I had a lot of reasons to search for a product that would help me. I've lost 95 pounds. I had 7 knee surgeries on my left knee, torn calf muscle, torn bicep tendon, wasn't sleeping well. Really, my whole entire body was full of inflammation. And I haven't felt this good since I'm a teenager, since I've been 20 years old. I mean, I feel so good. My energy level, my strengths, my sharpness. I'm just absolutely loving this product. It's so easy to use. I think that's really a big part of my success and so many people's success with this product is you just wake up and put a new patch on every single morning, right? And so now, of course, the products that I'm using every single day are the X39 and the Cellergize, the LifeWave Cellergize. So that combination contains ingredients that supports the growth of stem cell activity. And I just feel absolutely amazing. Of course, then on the business side, the only way LifeWave grows is through referrals. And so like Bo just mentioned, and of course Truett mentioned how easy it is to share, when you find a product like this, Renita, we're going to want to share it with everyone anyways. And so, thank God, LifeWave chose the business model, the business strategy of just, finding people that want to order it. The company's going to send it direct to them. They're going to get a great price at wholesale, same price we get at wholesale price. So we're all saving money and helping each other. And then when we share it with people, if we want to share it with people, you can earn commission. You can earn enough money to pay for your product. You can earn, incredible income based on your effort, and your skill. But we've got a team. This is it team. Of course, Renita leading the charge. For us, our entire team, I'm so proud of so many of our friends and our teammates that have taken a hold of this. And it's just an honor to work alongside of all of you. I mean, together we can go far. It's based on our growth. And so we're constantly reading books and challenging and doing business launch meetings together. David Schmidt, the more, we got to hear from him today on the presidential leadership call. He is rare. I mean, he is so special. He has so much integrity. His innovation and his kind of the divine downloads he's getting for his inventions. Meredith Burkich spoke again today. The leadership corporately is rare. It's special. And, Renita, you and me, we always pray, for, the right opportunities. And then when you recognize that there's an opportunity, then we have a decision to make. Are we going to let it pass us by? Are we going to kind of dabble a little bit and have it be a hobby? Or are we going to really go for it? And, what you're seeing here with two of our boys that are on so far, I think Rocco wants to get on too, but, he's out for dinner with some friends. Our whole family, every day, we're just sharing it. I was walking on the beach this morning. I met two more people that want the patch in a 5-minute conversation. How's it going? Where are you
Tell them
from?
how
What do you
it
do?
looks today. Tell them how that looked. Let them know how to share this. So
How's
easy.
your morning? Yeah, how's your morning going? What a great morning. How far do you walk? Do you walk on the beach every morning? Oh, are you here from, another part of the country? Are you vacationing or you do live here? Right? You just start talking, oh, what do you do for a living? And within 60 seconds, they're asking you what you do for a living. And so we have a technology that supports the stem cell activity in the body. It's incredible. There's nothing like it in the planet. Oh my gosh, do you know anybody that wants to stay active like you? That's walking, that has aches and pains. Do you know anybody that's looking for, opportunities, financial opportunities where these were older gentlemen. They're in their retirement. I said, during your retirement to have a business from your home. You realize how smart that is, right? To have a business from your home. So when you travel from Michigan to, Santa Rosa Beach, like you just mentioned that you do, your cell phone, your mileage, your gas, your hotel expense, your Airbnb could all be an ethical tax deduction if it's your intention to have some profit and engage in some consistent business building activity. So you're going to love this. You're absolutely going to love this. What's your number? I'm going to share a link. I'm going to follow up with you a little bit later today. And this is all like, that just took me 60 seconds to say to you, that all happens in 5 minutes. I don't explain it all. I don't start sending him videos right away.
Tell
What's
about the
that?
gentleman you met that was 80 that moved here because of his wife's health.
Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere, Renita. Everywhere we go, people are looking for a product like this, and there's no other product like this. So, I mean, they're looking for the product that you have. This gentleman was 80. He said, we moved to Santa Rosa Beach area 5 years ago. He said, my wife was an ICU nurse, and she really was looking for, a place to live where, there's a little bit of a more active, healthy lifestyle available to her. The sunshine, the ocean, the sand, and people that are focused on, spending their money and their time, being healthy, surrounding yourself with people that are healthy. So I said, how's that working out for you guys? How's your wife's health now? And he said, 5 years ago, she's really heading in the wrong direction. She was a train wreck. And he said, we just got back from, kind of a reunion, and she was the healthiest, retired nurse from her whole team and her whole staff and everybody that she had met with. And she really turned things around in the last 5 years. And I said, well, what do you guys know about stem cells? What have you heard about stem cells? Oh my gosh, it's such an easy conversation immediately. He wanted it for himself, for his wife, for his 5 children who are all, in their 50s and 60s, who are active, and working, and blue collar, people. And so you find people that value health, that value.
So Scott saw him in the morning, and then that night he took Nike to the beach, like at a random time. It was like not even at like 3:30. It was like at 7:30, and that same 80-year-old guy was on the beach walking again.
With his wife.
And
with his wife at the time.
with his wife. So I said to Scott, I said, people are always looking for the sickest people. We're looking for the healthiest people, right? Because we want the ones that are healthy, that want to maintain that health, that want to invest in their health, that value it, right? They don't have to be convinced that, doing something outside of the medical establishment is a good thing. They already are doing that. This guy moved his whole family from another state because his wife was dying, heart problems, moves them down here to live on the beach lifestyle, right? Think about this, you guys.
Renita, so what we found is we want to help everybody. I mean, that's just our hearts, right? We're believers. We know that people are praying for a solution, so we want to help everybody. But we found that it's a lot easier to find people that value their health, their, their vitality. They're already investing some money in things. They're looking for the right thing to invest their money in to optimize their wellness and their health. And so to go to places where those people are, the pickleball courts, the tennis courts, the parks, the walking paths, the bike paths. Go rent a bike, go to the bowling alley, right? I mean, go places where people are spending time, staying healthy and being healthy. And that's where those people hang out, right? And, it's easier to talk to someone who already believes in health and wants to invest money in those things than it is to go and find somebody who you got to convince that being healthy is a good thing, And so just be yourself, have fun, do it every day, be consistent. That's what we're challenging ourselves and our boys to do. I mean, our boys are sharp. They're great, right? But we challenge them every day. We got to, wear the patches every single day. And so people say, well, what does it look like? And if you don't have it on, it's kind of embarrassing. It's the best thing on the planet and I'm not wearing it, So we're always wearing the patches. And then from a business standpoint, it's such a tremendous opportunity to really have a product that's going to help people, number one. So if you're looking for purpose, if you're looking for, we need a conscientious capitalism, conscientious opportunity where, an opportunity that's helping yourself and helping others. But you start with a little, whatever's within your budget. So the core, the advanced, the premium. So $300, $500, $1,750, whatever's in your budget, right? And then from there, you order a little product every single month, 1 or 2 sleeves. 2 sleeves is, like X39 and X49 is $180 a month, right? 2 X39 is $200 a month. That's your business overhead, but that's actually just what you're wearing, to stay healthy and to have a product that you're showing other people what you're doing. And then from there, you just start to share. And you might share it with a few people, like Bo and Truett and Rocco shared it with this Aiden on the beach. And tonight, had 12, 15 people on. So one person turned into 15. So you don't have to know hundreds and thousands of people, right? You could just want to meet people. And I think one of the things, Renita, that our family does really well is we meet people really well because we're always, really focused on what we want, being positive, making, other people feel comfortable when we're around them, giving them confidence, giving them compliments, making eye contact, investing a little extra time. Tell me more. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your family. Where'd you grow up? What's important to you? Why are you working here? What's the end plan? What's the end game? Right? What do you love the most about this? What are you missing? And you just ask a few questions and you get to know people. And within a really short amount of time, people realize that you care, you're positive, you're different. And if you have an opportunity, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of what you have going on. So the energy that you put out there, we talked about this before, your thoughts, your energy, and then your action. And that's what we focus on. But hey, that's it for me. Just super happy to be a part of this team.
85 pounds. He didn't mention that. And it's not that the patch is a weight loss miracle, but it really helped to levelize his inflammatory response in his body, which was out of control prior to the patch.
No more CPAP machine. No more CPAP
no more
machine.
CPAP machine.
That was life-changing,
should I give you the best love life tip on the planet? Get rid of the CPAP.
Yeah.
I
was thinking, guys, I was kind of thinking you got this kind of CPAP machine in the bedroom, kind of a Top Gun kind of thing going on. It's not the case, but you give up hope. You think this is it for the rest of my life. I'm strapped to this, breathing device or whatever. And so something as little as an X39 patch every single morning, every single day, the compound effect of doing something little has really changed my life and optimized my health in so many ways. And that's obviously impacted our marriage, impacted my relationship with my boys, impacted our business. And we're just getting started. I feel like, Renita, we talk about this every day. Did we just start like a week ago, a month ago? We have more energy now than we did when we started because so many people we want to help, so.
Right.
Thanks,
it's easy. All right, Scott. I love you. Thanks for walking Nike in the dark.
Love you, babe. Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. We're going to the brand new flip chart presentation. Hopefully you've got that. We're not sure if Rock was getting on. I think he's out for dinner with some buddies, but we're going to get through this quick. If you're brand new on here, make sure you go back to the person who invited you on here. They obviously loved you enough to share this incredible technology. Have you been patched yet? That is the question of the hour, you guys. Peptides is a big buzzword right now in the marketplace. How many of you have heard peptides? It's everywhere. There was a massive peptide company about 2 weeks ago that completely got shut down because the FDA came in there and cleaned house. I want to teach you the difference between endogenous, say endogenous, so you all know that. Endogenous means that is being created within, okay? And there's exogenous. Exogenous means it's an outside source coming in. Another example I can give is, we love CBD, but your body can naturally, the endocannabinoid system can naturally produce these cannabinoids. Or some people choose to have an exogenous source like marijuana. We don't choose that because we believe the body can naturally create them, right, guys? And so the same thing with peptides. Your body can naturally create these peptides. That's your endogenous system. And then there's this exogenous. X means external. It's coming from the external in. So maybe it's a needle injection, maybe, and it's an outside thing that you're trying to, pump in through an IV, right? So the difference between natural and synthetic peptides is a big deal right now in the marketplace, because natural peptides, did you know this? Natural peptides can actually even be regenerated by the words and thoughts you have. Did you guys ever know that? Did you know you can actually increase your peptides by your thoughts? I bet you didn't. You're going to learn something new tonight. But the natural peptides are from the sun. The sun, actually walking out in the sun, creates stem cells. Did you guys know that? True story. When you walk out in the sun, your body's activating stem cells. So of course, these different frequencies of light that are activated by the X39, the X49, all these incredible LifeWave patches are activating these different peptides. Movement is a natural peptide increaser, right? Breath, one peptide that we don't talk a lot about, but it's insulin. Right? And insulin, how many of you know that some people say, well, I just got to inject insulin, right? Especially if your body and the pancreas isn't working quite right. But how many of you know if you just increase your movement, decrease your sugar, get more sunshine, you might not have to increase your insulin with an injection. Your body naturally creates it. Right, guys? Think about that. So one's an injection and one is your body naturally creating it. That's how peptides work. So they're regenerated by movement, by breath. They're also regenerated by nutrition. That is incredible that we can actually say that the X39 patch and the Cellergize together are helping to support our stem cells. Right? That's a big deal that we can say that. So it's very important when you look at the natural peptides, endogenous, endo, that means they're within already. We're just activating that divine system that God put in us. And then this exogenous system, I'm nervous about that outside source. I'm nervous about these GLP-1 injections. I'm not hearing great stories. I'm telling you guys the truth here, right? It's painful. There's risk of infection. They're expensive. We don't even know the long-term side effects. It's kind of like when they told you to get the injection for that stupid thing that we had 5 years ago, and you didn't have any safety. It wasn't around 20 years. You didn't know, right? The patch has been around 21 years. Think about this. And it's not putting anything into the body. It's just activating the endogenous system within. Endogenous and exogenous are two very important words you need to put into your vocabulary tonight. Okay. Because one is within and one is actually coming from the outside. Okay. And those are the ones we ought to be concerned about because it's poorly matched. When people say, oh, you can inject this or that, I'm like, does your body want this or that injected? Maybe we should just activate that innate healing system within, right, guys? And plus, a lot of these injections we know are very expensive. And I'm telling you, I just don't think the long-term effects are going to be good. So just put this in your memory bank about peptides. Again, I told you that your thoughts create peptides. If you've never heard that concept before, you're getting it tonight from Renita, because I literally went to AI today and I thought your thoughts create peptides. Sure as heck, your brain turns thoughts into chemistry. Wouldn't you know it? It's called epigenetics. There's only less than 1% of the population has some genetic defect. You guys know this with some, I'm not saying that doesn't happen sometimes with disease, but it's like less than 1% of the population. Most of our diseases are epigenetically created. What is epigenetics? It means above genes. That means your thoughts, your actions, your nutrition, your water, your sunshine, your movement, right? Especially your thoughts. So positive thoughts, hey, they're increasing the peptides, dopamine, endorphins, oxytocin, and kephalins. And kephalins are natural pain suppressors. I've talked about kephalins for 25 years being a health coach, right? Exercise and you have less pain in the body. Surprise, surprise. Stressful thoughts create cortisol and adrenaline. We've heard of these, right? Peptides. So Dr. Candace Pert called peptides molecules of emotion. She said your emotional state directly influences your peptide signaling throughout the body. By what you're thinking, you are literally turning on peptides. Who ever thought about that for a second? Wow. Your thoughts become signals in your body. So thoughts create your chemistry and chemistry creates results. All right. We are light beings, our mind, the more light we get, the better we're going to feel, right? That is a signal. Light is a signal for the body. So again, red light therapy, It has been around for a long time, but science is finally catching up, right? Stanford Medicine came out last year, and they're like, red light uses specific wavelengths of light that actually creates a biological response in the body. It triggers a biological response that supports healing and repair. Stanford was saying this, right? And I'm thinking, gosh, we've been at this for 3 years, and now they're coming out last year talking about it, right? So we're ahead of the curve, everybody. There's books galore. They're saying that the metabolism, you don't even need food, you need light. And it's true. If you've ever met anybody that's fasting, they feel better than somebody who's eating 16 meals a day and they're losing weight, right? So the bottom line is we're learning about the metabolic scam. We're learning that light is the medicine of the future. These, again, are all books I'm showing you. Health and Light. I love this book. Talks about the effects of natural and artificial light. Hey, come to find out, you heal your eyes by looking directly at the sunlight. Remember when they told you not to look at the sun? Remember when they told you that? My mom, we put patches on my mom every day, X39 and carnosine, and she stayed at my house, and I had her look directly at the sun. Every morning I'd wake her up, and about 9 to 11, she'd look directly at the sun. I'd take her glasses off, in fact, because she had UV protection on her glasses, and she looked directly at that sun. And we went back to the eye doctor, and guess what Dr. Eve said? Dr. Eve said, I cannot believe it. Your mother does not have macular degeneration anymore. I've never seen it reversed in a 79-year-old. Think about this, you guys. This is incredible stuff I'm teaching you. The body electric. Our body is electromagnetic. We literally are like a big rechargeable battery. David Schmidt turned me on to this book, and David Schmidt turned me on to Healing is Voltage. And I'm telling you, this is one of the top 3 health books I've read in my life. It is such a fantastic book, saying that the reason people cannot heal is they don't have the voltage to heal. Guess what happens when you put the patch on your body? It changes the frequency of your body. It's like it switches it on. Guys, it's a precursor to all of the other biological responses that need to happen. You need light first. Light has to come first. So again, all LifeWave products are free from drugs, chemicals, or stimulants. We're not here to tell you that this is going to treat, cure, prevent all your disease, but we are here to tell you that this will change your life. Okay, we are not an FDA wellness device or a medical device. Thank God we're not a drug. Thank God we're not a needle. Thank God we're not a surgery. We are a wellness device that anybody can wear and anybody can share. How great is that? You don't have to be a doctor to do this. There's Scotty the Hottie, just another picture of him. This was actually in Sardinia, Italy, one of the 28 countries we've been to in the last 3 years with LifeWave. And there he is flexing in the pool in Scottsdale. In fact, on that trip right there, we signed up 4 people at that pool with those muscles. And I think some of them are probably on tonight. Our good friend Kaylee and Brian, she's a nurse. They got in with a premium pack. That same night, they sponsored a premium pack. I mean, like Scott said, everywhere we go, we share, we talk about it, we care. We never are, our switch is never off. We are always on, guys. So your mitochondria run on light. David Schmidt, this guy's incredible. We love him. We're so grateful for him. How about in that video when he actually said in that 4-minute amazing video that it had to be divine? The thoughts he was having and the ideas he was having to help and serve and to create this technology, it was like a divine download, right? The man is telling you. He is not taking credit for it. He is giving credit to our creator. I love this, right? So in 2008, David Schmidt said, let's focus our attention on stem cells. So the company was rocking and rolling before that. Remember, they started with the Navy SEALs. They had the U.S. Olympic Stanford swim team. The girls were wearing it, breaking records. I mean, this thing was off to the races. This technology was awesome. But then David said, I think stem cells are going to be the future of healthcare. And that's where he put all the chips on the table, guys. 10 years, $4.5 million.
Damn, I left it in there. I'm listening to the phone.
He's wait a second, guys. Hey, mute yourself. Listening to the phone. Let me get these guys muted. These guys are so cute over there. You know, you want to fight with your husband about make sure you're that Zoom meeting on. Right? We want everybody listening to the Zoom meeting. So let me just mute everybody real quick first. We love you guys. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen up. All right, let me go back there. Thank you. So again, if you didn't know this, after the age of 20, those stem cells are going downhill fast. So by age 30, if you're on here 30, you got a 60% reduction. If you're 50 on here, wow. Mayday, the body, I mean, the check engine light was on a long time ago. Have you noticed? You got to get this thing in the repair mode, right? If you're 80, you have a 95% reduction of stem cells. I mean, you're essentially just a slow death. You have got to put this patch on, guys. So we're only as strong as our stem cell activity. David Schmidt patent. If you go to National Institute of Health, the Library of Chemistry, Go read the patent. Go type in Library of Chemistry, National Institute of Health, David Schmidt, X39. And it literally says in this study at the National Institute of Health that it activates stem cells. Are you kidding? He has that in there. It's in that write up at the National Institute of Health. So everything changes the moment you take back your power with this patch. We love this technology. We know stem cells are the fountain of youth. We've got all the patents. So if you're very analytical, we've got over 200 patents. We've got over 100 clinical studies. Again, this is just a proprietary form of light therapy. Patented. No one can duplicate what we have. No drugs, chemicals, or stimulants. It reflects your own body light to activate. Guess what, guys? You're the plug-in source. Praise the Lord. You don't need a 110 or 220 volt. Okay. You are it. So just put it on and let it go to work. The benefits are profound. Mental clarity, strength. We see a lot of balanced inflammatory response, increased stamina. Wow. People say they sleep better. I've got young people calling me that are 19 saying, I'm dreaming again. I can't remember the last time I dreamed. Do you guys know that dreaming is cleaning? What that means is if your brain is not cleaning, that lymphatic system is not cleaning away those cobwebs, and that is where people get Alzheimer's. So when I have 19-year-olds telling me that they haven't dreamt in years and they put this patch technology on and they're dreaming again, you have no idea as a mom how excited that gets me for a 19-year-old, because I'm thinking at 19 kids, you should still be dreaming. And if they're not, Houston, we've got a problem, right? So we got to get this patch technology on everyone. 4,000 genes are resetting. That brain is getting balanced. The collagen is increasing. You wear it 12 hours on. You take it off for 12 hours. Again, Scott mentioned the Cellergize. If you didn't know about the sodium potassium pump, most people don't understand minerals. Minerals are pretty interesting. Calcium and magnesium work together. Potassium and sodium work together. But if you have a blood pressure issue, most people are dealing with hypertension. If you're dealing with hypertension, you absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, need X39 and Cellergize. I'm going to say it again. I'm not telling you it's going to treat, cure, prevent any disease. I'm saying you need Cellergize and X39 if you've got a hypertensive problem. I could ask for a comment on that, and there'd be 20 comments of people saying, "Oh my gosh, it completely changed my blood pressure," right? Because that's how it works. So that's the Cellergize. Add that to your auto shipment. We love it. I love John and Teresa gets. John and Teresa put this on every single person's order because they've seen the profound effects with their own blood pressure and how it's helped. So get going on that. This is at info. This is a very important resource. You guys can go there. I challenge you. I dare ya. I double dog dare ya to go there tonight and watch the first 3 videos. The first one's 3 minutes. Second one's 2 minutes and 50 seconds. The third one's 1 minute, 47 seconds. In 10 minutes, you're going to realize the power you have in your hand with this patch. It is so awesome. You know, when Scott said you wear it somewhere that you can see it, I'm always like, when I'm trying to think, when someone says, what does it look like? I'm pulling up my shirt. I'm pulling up my sleeve. I'm pulling this down. I'm looking at my feet. Generally, I've got patches in a few places. So there it is. It's as big as a Band-Aid. It's a small technology that packs a big impact. Let's talk about the opportunity. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room of the $600 billion juggernaut called direct sales network marketing. By the way, it's a 150-year-old industry. Avon, remember the Avon lady? That was direct sales. We are literally fast forwarding this 150 years talking about the kingpin of all freedom-minded people, which is to create and operate their own business. The fact that we can do it from home, a computer, a boat, or even a beach, like the boys are talking about tonight. The boys love this because of the freedom where they can operate it from. They can do it from the beach. They can do it from the car, right? I mean, you don't got to be sitting in a cubicle. So look at this. Are you ready to move at the speed of light? Look at what we have with LifeWave. When you get involved with a company, if you're planning on earning income, let me just give you some really good tips to save you a lot of sadness and wasted money and time. You need a unique product that you can't find anywhere else. If you're just selling another vitamin, if you're just selling another makeup product, if you're just selling another, collagen product, you're not unique. I got news for you. You're competing in a slew of a lot of products. And then you've got to be an excellent salesperson. You got to be a genius to try to sell that. Here, I don't have to, I have no competition. Most of your competition is yourself and just getting out of the house and getting out of your own way and starting talking to people. That's your competition. It's you. You don't have anyone else that has a phototherapy technology like the patch, right? So we have a unique product you can't find anywhere else, a product that stands alone in the marketplace. Number two, cutting edge research and science. We literally won the innovation of the year for the biotech breakthrough for stem cell innovation. Say that with me. Stem cell innovation, biotech breakthrough, 15 countries, tens of thousands of submission. We got the golden ticket, baby. Number one. Say it with me. Number one. Put your finger in the air. Number one. We are number one biotech breakthrough for stem cell innovation. Are you kidding me? For less than a Starbucks a day, I'm in. Number three, a product that everybody can use. Somebody, tonight was talking about their makeup company or this or that. Are you kidding me? I don't want my boys buying makeup. Okay. This product right here is for everyone. It's for men. It's for women. It's for children. It's for old. It's for young. It's for pregnant. It's for nursing. It's for mamas that don't want their kids on acetaminophen, guys. It's for the animals. I've got race horses on it. I mean, we've got veterinarians galore using the patch, right? This product is for everybody. You want to be rich? Find the industry that is catering to the most people. That's the truth. You want to make the most money, you better find the product that is marketed to the most amount of people. Think about that for a second. This is a big deal. I mean, are you kidding? Why would you limit yourself and say, I'm going to go get a sliver of the market and just market to overweight, obese women? Okay, you can do that. I'm going to sell to everybody because I like to help old people. I like to help youth. I like to help 20-year-olds. I like to help people walking their dogs on the beach. I like to help everybody. All right. So that's who I am. Number four, a company that has a proven track record. 21 years this company's been around. Stability, longevity, a history of success. All David Schmidt does is win, win, win. Five, a company with an incredible founder. We adore and think this guy is so great. We believe his ideas are coming from our creator. Leadership matters. He's a visionary. How many of you believe David's a visionary? Raise your hand. Just listen to the guy, get around him. He's so humble. He's so generous, right? And so I love a humble genius. That's exciting to me. Number six, again, the fact that David Schmidt is following the promptings of the Holy Spirit. No matter what your religious background is, I like that David Schmidt is listening to a power greater than himself. Let me just say that. He's listening to a power greater than himself, right? Number seven, a lucrative compensation plan for all levels. They just added so much money to the front end of this compensation plan. The new people are winning so fast and so big. So you can literally make this a legacy business like we're doing. Or if you're just brand new saying, hey, I just need to make an extra $1,000 this month. That is an easy task to do here, guys. So number eight, amazing vision, innovation for the future. Most of these network marketing companies are going belly up because they have not innovated. They're still trying to sell the same product from 21, 25, 30 years ago, right? Not David. David's got patents galore up his sleeve for the next 5, 7, 10 years. You better brace yourself. You ain't seen nothing yet. It's like that song. You ain't seen nothing yet, right? That's where we're at over here. So get ready for it. 9, debt-free company. I like no debt. Financial strength, integrity. The guy is not just living the high life. Trust me, I get around David and Christina. These guys are not living the high life, right? These are down to earth, salt and light people. Number 10, a system. This is it. Team.com, a system to help ensure that the amazing product that you have in your hand, you can get out there and you can market again and again. If you want to get 2 tattoos, get thisisitinfo.com on one thigh and thisisitteam.com on the other thigh. That way you'll never forget what you got to do here. So this is the industry. Look at this, 2021, 20 million bucks. All the way up to 2025, but the push for $1 billion is on. They fell a little short last year, but you guys are part of the first $1 billion year. Get excited about this, guys. We're number one in momentum globally. I told you about the Biotech Breakthrough Award. You just got to decide what's right for you. My family is sharing their hearts tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. You haven't heard from all of us at one pop in a while, and I just thought it was important for you to know who we are. We love you. We adore you. We want to help and serve and bless you. We want to make sure your businesses are growing and thriving. We want it all. When people say, what do you want? I don't say I want this and not that. I want a big beach house. It's kind of like that old song, a big, big house with lots and lots of rooms, a big, big yard where we, remember that song by Big Daddy Weave? That was what I wanted, a big, big house. I said to Scott goes, Renita, we only have a 3-day break and then we got about 5 more people coming. And I said, Scott, God bless us with this big beach house. We're going to take people to the beach. This is a blessing, right? We are having so much fun down here, you guys. So we want it all. We want We can walk down the block. I got one block to go down the beach, and I can recruit every morning, every afternoon, every evening, every night. I literally moved to the place where the people come vacation to because it's one of the beautifulest, healthiest places in the United States of America. Wow. That was a good business decision, wouldn't you say? So make sure you print out these sign-up sheets. Get started with who invited you on here. Let me say this again. Somebody on this Zoom meeting tonight invited you because they love you enough, they cared about you enough, either to put a patch on you, to share a video with you. Some of you don't need to wear a patch to get started. The science has been done. You just need to put the patch on and start changing your mindset. Like the first slide I showed you, you got to change the pattern. Some of you have been praying about it for 24 years and it's held you back from your healing. It's go time, baby. It's held you back from your financial breakthrough, right? So, there's never going to be a perfect time. I teach the boys every week. Completion is better than perfection. Say that out loud. Make that a mantra for your life. I don't have to get it right. I just have to get it done, right? So X39, you guys, is where it's at. Print out these sign-up sheets. Decide if you want a little extra money to pay for your patches. Maybe you see some big potential here. Like I said, we've got an 18-year-old getting 15 people on his first launch party Zoom meeting. There you have it, kids. What do you think about those apples? That's who we're doing life with. So are you a conventional business owner? If you are, I feel sorry for you at this point. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Conventional business is a lot of work. Lifeway business, low startup, no risk. You're making your own schedule like the boys talked about again and again. And we've got a proven system. If you want to plug in, I would suggest it because if not, you're doing business the hard way. So again, these are the two websites you want to jot down. Don't forget them. This is itinfo.com. Remember, I dared you to watch 3 videos tonight. This is itteam.com. This is all the business training that you're going to need to take your business to the next level. We got a big training coming up this Saturday down in Orlando, Florida with thisisitteam.com. Some of you in that area, get there. We've also got a big one coming up in April over in the Dallas, Frisco, Texas area. Very excited about that. Lots of big trainings coming up. Make sure you guys are getting to the events. Leaders are born at events. They are. They go there, they see the vision, they have a breakthrough. And so how do you become a brand partner? You get back with the person who invited you on here tonight. You get started with one of these wholesale packages to save the most money. Just ask yourself, do you want to save money? I like to save money. I'm the money saver. You saw me paint 17 things of furniture myself. Someone goes, I can't believe you did all that staining. I said, I'm a farm girl. We painted fences as a kid. I can paint. I like to save a little money. And so core, advanced plus, premium, decide what's right for you and your family. All you got to ask yourself is 2 things when you're deciding which package to get. 2 things. Who do I want to patch? Is it just yourself? Is it yourself and your dog? Is it yourself and your husband and your dog? Is it yourself, your husband, your dog, and your mom? Is it your your husband, yourself, your dog, your mom, and your next door neighbor that you're thinking about that's got a bad knee? Right? Who are you thinking about? That's how you know how many patches you need to get on which package. The other thing you need to ask yourself is not just who you want to patch. What do you want to do with this business? Don't think you're going to get started with one sleeve and grow some multi-million-dollar business. You're lying to yourself again. Stop that. Change the pattern, change the frequency to change your life. We went all in. Our son, Bo, started with the advanced package, right? He was a college athlete. I think that week he probably wasn't eating that much. He didn't have any money left in his checking, right? And so the bottom line was, that was a good investment for him to buy that advanced package. So I told these kids tonight in the Zoom meeting, sell your TV, you're not watching it anymore. I said, get rid of some of that stuff that's laying around that you're not going to use anymore. Get rid of it. Go to Marketplace and sell it and buy yourself a pack and invest in your financial future. So this is a system that allows duplication. The question is, are you serious about your dream? It's a home-based, phone-based, speech-based, boat-based business. We love this. We believe this is a life freedom opportunity model. And we believe the very best is yet to come, you guys. We're so thankful you hopped on tonight. Give it up for one another. Just clap. Clapping changes the energy in the room. Clap. Good job. Rub your hands together too, because that changes the energy. That's some fun friction. All right, you guys, be blessed. Have a great night. And I hope we got what you came for. Reach back out to who got you on here tonight. The best is yet to come.